What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy Domuto. We're back with another video. Today, y'all already know what we watching. Beyond Dragon Ball Super, man. You know what I'm saying? What's the title of this one called? Universe 7 versus Universe 13 begins. Gohan battles with Voltrix. Decided. Alright. I'm ready, man. I know y'all ready, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like this story so far.
As our story now continues within Universe 13 with both Voltrix and Gohan gearing up and having to battle against each other, as with Universe 13's God of Destruction not looking to waste any more time, it was only upon Reno now being shown having to stand up was when Reno then went on to shout, "You have no idea on how long I've waited for this moment to happen, Beerus. I was always proven to be the stronger destroyer between us, and I was always proven to wield the superior universe as well. And so the time for talk is over, and so now let our battle officially begin. This son of yours better not lose and go down in the first round here, Goku." Beerus then went on to quickly comment, "I trust that the boy will do what he did during the tournament of power and wipe the floor with this mortal and move on to the next one," with Goku responding, "Well, I have no doubt that if anyone can help secure a victory here over any of those Universe 13 warriors, then it's Gohan for sure. Well, for your sake, you better be right about your son's strength, because I will not stand to have him be the first one to lose here, especially in the early round, Goku." To which all the while in the meantime, as Gohan was shown having to raise his power, was when Voltrix then went on to comment, "That's quite the light show, Universe 7, but I sure do hope that this isn't all that you're going to do, cause I'll have you know that light is my specialty, but go ahead now and come at me and let's see how good you chumps in Universe 7 truly are. Remember what it was that we talked about, Gohan? I know you have what it takes to beat this guy," Goku shouts, "so now show these Universe 13 guys what we're all about here and let them have it." To which, as Gohan was now shown doing, it was only just when Gohan was then shown having to dash towards Voltrix was when Gohan then went on to shout, "So you say that light is your specialty, do you? Well, let's go and find out on just how good this specialty of yours is truly all about then, Voltrix. Oh, and I most certainly will, warrior of Universe 7, and no matter how high you decide to raise your power level against me, it won't be enough to win you the day, especially since all you'd be giving me is more fuel that will be added onto the very same fire that you will burn in. But you don't have to take my word for it, just watch closely and you'll see," Voltrix responds. To which seconds later within that moment, as Gohan was shown throwing a strike with Voltrix being shown catching it, was when Gohan then went on to respond, "Well, far be it from me to slow you down then, especially if you think that you have what it takes to beat me, because quite frankly you don't, but you'll soon come to see that shortly." Oh, is that so, Universe 7? Well, I can see where you're starting to get your overblown and drawn out confidence from, especially since Lord Beerus was always known to act the same way as you currently are until he was humbled by Lord Reno. But I'm also starting to suspect that you're a lot stronger than what you're putting out here against me right now, so I want to know, am I wrong, or will this be all that you have to offer in this fight? To which, as Gohan was now shown leaping behind Voltrix, as by no means was Gohan willing to give up any sort of ground against Voltrix, was when Gohan then went on to respond, "Well, there's only one way to find out, right? So now come and get it, and let's see if you're worth putting out for or not. That a boy, Gohan. Don't let this guy try to bait you into doing anything that you just might regret," Goku went on to then comment. "Nice and easy now," with Beerus chiming in, "Oh, what do you think, Whis? Do you think the boy's in trouble down there?" With Whis responding, "Well, it's hard to say, but from what I can tell, it would appear as though that Gohan is the stronger of the two in this battle, but that's only for now, of course. Anything could happen between now and when someone is declared the winner here." To which within that very moment, as Gohan was now shown having to get the leg up on Voltrix by kicking him back down, was when Goku then went on to ask, "Say, Whis, how come that angel over there on the other side looks a tad bit different than yourself or any of the other angels that I've seen during the Tournament of Power? Why doesn't she have a halo and has different eyes?" With Whis responding, "Well, if you remember what I had told you in Vegeta a long time ago, the reason on why my sister looks a little different than the rest of us was because after a universe is no longer in place for an angel to serve, they then become inactive, and so it'll take roughly around 3 years or so in order for these inactive angels to regain their former glory, but that's really all that there is to it, Whis continues. And just in case if you're curious, because I know that you'll want to know, then I'll just go on and say that during our early years, my sister Pinota is indeed even stronger than I am, Goku. Which in the meantime, back down as soon as Voltrix was shown having to hit the ground was when Reno then went on to shout, "Oh, you've got to be kidding me here. What are you doing, mortal? Are you seriously going to allow for Universe 7 to walk all over you like this? Get up!" Reno then went on to shout, "You pitiful wretch, you dare tarnish my reputation with this pathetic display. Now attack him, you fool!" Well, it looks like your god of destruction means business if he wants you to turn things up against me, and so now how's about you do it, Gohan
shit.
shouts.
Talk your shit, Gohan.
You mind your tongue and focus on yourself here, Universe 7, Voltrix went on to then quickly shout. And so don't gas yourself up just yet, because you and I are just getting started. Well, this guy is quick on his feet, that much I can already tell, but Whis, are those two really Universe 13's strongest warriors, Goku then went on to question? And I kind of don't see as to how they could be, but maybe you might know more about them, as Beerus then quickly went on to cut in. I'll answer that one, and the answer is likely no. You aren't quite familiar with this newly resurrected destroyer, but I am, Goku. And so if there's one thing that I will say, it's that Reno tends to act more on instinct than logic, which is why he is both very arrogant, but also yet very dangerous, Beerus continues. And unless your son has been living under a rock for the past few years, then he'll surely lose to Reno's warriors if he doesn't get his act together in order to break these two down just as intended. Reno only cares about one thing, Beerus continues, and that's victory no matter what. In which back down below, as soon as Voltrix was shown having to fire off an energy blast only for Gohan to be shown ducking on under, was when Gohan then went on to respond, "Well, I hate to break it to you, but that isn't going to work on me either, Voltrix." In which the moment Gohan was now shown Voltrix and having to knock him back down onto the ground was when Angel went on to chime in. Well, this was certainly something that I'm sure neither of us were expecting to watch happen down there, but if I may, Lord Reno, Voltrix still hasn't used his special attacks on the Saiyan just yet, but what say you, with Reno responding, "Well, I say that unless he wishes to be destroyed, then he'd better start acting fast." Well, it sure does look like things are starting to get intense down there between them, Goku went on to add, with Beerus responding, "Well, if there's one thing that I will say, it's that this son of yours harbors great potential to become something great one day. But it's just too bad that he chooses to walk down a different road that ultimately leads him down the path of simply being average at best," with Goku responding, "Hey, now come on, Lord Beerus, and what exactly is that supposed to mean? Gohan's not an average fighter, he just chooses to go and do other things while he finds happiness in what he does. And that's exactly why he's average, Goku, because if this son of yours really wanted to, with enough time and training, he'd blow away both you and Vegeta without batting an eye," as Voltrix went to then stand up by then responding, "Say, you're actually pretty good for someone who looks as frail and scrawny as you. You're pretty skilled, but I'm willing to wager that you won't be able to do what you just did like that to me again. But I do welcome you to go ahead and try if you think you'll prove me wrong," Voltrix continues. "But whatever happens next is going to be on you, so don't say I didn't warn you about it, Universe 7. So shall we go and do it again? You're more than welcome to come at me with full force if you truly wish. I just want to see how lucky you'll get, so the floor is all yours then, kid." To which, of course, moments later, with Gohan now being shown having to do so as he dashed his way towards Voltrix, was when Goku then went on to shout, "Oh no, wait, why is Gohan taking the bait and doing as he instructed? Oh no, Gohan, don't!" But it was already too late, because from out of nowhere, the moment Voltrix was then shown having to grab onto Gohan's neck and slamming him down onto the ground was when Voltrix then went on to add, "I can't believe that you walked right into that one, and now I've got ya. I knew you'd be dumb enough to take the bait, and now that I have you, I am not letting go. And so it's time that I start to show you a bit of what my special abilities are really made of, Universe 7. Now try not to move or else this will hurt so much more, kid. Come on now, up you go. It's time that I take you for a ride, and the painful one too." Now you may not know this, Voltrix Voltrix continues, but I can actually enlarge and stretch my body into weaponizing it with how I see fit. Impressive, right? But I can do a whole lot more than that, in case you were wondering, to which Gohan then went on to add, What do you mean? Because as long as you have me held in place, you can't attack me. Wrong again, actually, Voltrix responds, because I don't need to physically strike you in order to hurt you. Why
Gohan, that's light right there, Gohan. That's light.
Fry you to death.
That's light. That's light. That's light.
I couldn't think of a better way than to beat you, electrocuted in the very first round of our battle. What a tragedy for you. In which that was exactly what Voltrix was now shown having to do, because as soon as Voltrix was now shown having to electrocute Gohan by holding him in place was when Whis went on to then add, oh dear, well this doesn't look good, but I will say that despite the pain that Gohan is going through, I sure do hope that his body can hold itself out long enough to endure and survive, as Beerus went on to chime back in. Oh, he walked right into that one without even having to think twice about what his opponent had planned. No, Gohan, hang in there, Goku then went on to continue to shout. Do not have this be how your battle ends. Remember what you told me inside of the time chamber. Remember what you trained for. I can't break free from this hole that he has me in. Oh, and if I don't find a way to escape, then he'll more than likely try to electrocute me until I pass out. Or maybe I can get him to somehow let go. Oh, you can try and shock my body as much as you want, but it won't make a difference, especially once I break loose from your hold on me. But Voltrix, on the other hand, was not buying it, because with Voltrix once again being shown having to electrocute Gohan was when Voltrix then went on to continue. Nonsense! Mortal warriors from the 7th universe could never come close in matching our might here in Universe 13. And so now give it up or you'll slowly be zapped to death, Saiyan. Now surrender at once. You and I both know that you can't keep this facade going on forever. And so why don't you just give up and salvage whatever little dignity that you have left, warrior? Lord Beerus was a fool to go and choose an amateur like yourself to fight against Universe 13. To which upon Voltrix once again being shown having to electrocute Gohan was when Beerus went on to chime back in. If your son doesn't do anything to somehow try and change the outcome of this battle, then he will lose, Goku. He shouldn't have been able to find himself in this position to begin with Goku responding, but there has to be something that Gohan can do that will help him break out free. I don't sense his energy dropping sharply, so maybe he can still do it, with Beerus responding, well, he'd better, because Reno's warrior down there is fighting your son with the intention to possibly kill. And so if Gohan isn't looking to potentially die in this universe, then he'd better hurry it up and find a way to break free and fast, with Whis responding, well, even though things may not look so good for Gohan within the moment, I doubt that we will actually see Voltrix defeat him, if I'm being honest.
Talk that shit.
And so I think that Gohan knows and understands on what he has to do in order to get by, with Beerus continuing, oh, well, I doubt that. Otherwise, he would have already demolished Reno's warrior down there, Whis. Well, so I take it that you are satisfied by the end result of what you see taking place before you, Lord Reno? For it would appear as though Universe 7's warrior is starting to fade rather quickly, Angel Pinota adds, with Reno responding, what an amazing sight to see down below, and I couldn't have imagined for a more fitting situation to witness than to see Beerus's puny little universe get pummeled by the likes of mine. These Saiyan mortals are far too predictable in battle, as Goku then went on to continue, hang in there, Gohan, don't give up no matter how much your body is crying out for you to stop. Don't let this be how it ends for you, as Voltrix then went on to continue, well, just look at how sad this has turned out for you, Universe 7. You're fighting a losing battle, and now that I've left you with no reserves left in the tank for you to continue, what do you say that it's time we put our little match to an end and move on by beating your second and final member, huh? That's right, that's the way, Destroyer Reno went on to then add, very good, mortal, and now finish the mission. And if he won't give up against you, then he is no longer worth keeping around, Reno continues, which therefore means that his life has hereby reached its its end, and so now finish him. You know, I will say that you have a lot of heart for coming out all this way just to simply lose Universe 7, but this here is our house, and these are house rules here in the 13th Voltrix ads. And although it's been a while since I was last seen having to do this, but, well, if you'll be going out, then we might as well have you go out in style. And I couldn't think of a better way for it to end than by pulling these bad boys back out and slicing you into dozens of pieces, Universe 7. It was fun while it lasted, kid. And so now, before I put you to sleep and finish you off for good, any last words before we call this fight a victory in favor of Universe 13, or what? But strangely enough, it didn't seem as though Gohan was willing to give up an answer, as Voltrix then went on to continue, "Hey, what happened? Did you already die or something?" With Cyphron then shouting, "Never mind what he's doing, Voltrix. Hurry up and finish him off before he has the chance to stand back up and attack you. Now hurry!" With Voltrix responding, "Well, I guess if you really don't have anything left to say, then so be it then, kid." Oh no, Gohan's not moving, you guys. Why isn't Gohan moving? Goku questions.
What Gohan doing, nigga?
You've got to get up and either move out of the way or fight back. So now get up, son. Oh, has your son lost his mind or what, Goku? He's about to get chopped up and sliced into pieces. Oh, damn it. What did I just say to you? I told you not to let this kid fight first, damn it. Oh, you better get back up, Saiyan, right now. But hey, no hard feelings, Universe 7, but we promise to uphold Lord Reno's honor by smashing Lord Beerus' strongest warriors, and that's exactly what's about to happen. To which, as Voltrix was now shown dashing towards Gohan, was when Whis went on to then chime in, "Ah, now I see. Well, I wouldn't get too fired up now if I were you, as I want you both to look very closely at the way Gohan's positioned. Gohan appears to be just fine. In fact, if you pay attention and look very closely and just listen, he seems to be charging up for some kind of an attack against Voltrix," with Beerus then asking, "An attack? But I don't seem to see or hear anything that's coming from him that would indicate that. And so are you sure here, Whis?" With Whis responding, "Yes, I am, Lord Beerus, and so now look there, he's about to respond," to which, as Gohan was now shown doing, it was only just now from out of nowhere prior to
I'm talking about Gohan. That's what I'm talking about, Gohan.
Sorry for the wait there for a moment, but a little bit of time was all that I needed in order to go and hit you with this one. So you're right, Voltrix, this fight is over. To which, as Gohan was now shown firing,
get him the fuck up out of here,
this was in
Gohan.
fact something that Voltrix did not see coming his way, as Voltrix then went on to shout, "Wait, hold on a second, what the heck is that? But you aren't supposed to be able to fight back, you were done for." To which, within that very moment, as Gohan's Kamehameha was then shown having to make contact, was when Gohan then went on to chime back in, "Sorry about this, but as tough as you are, you'll need a whole lot more than that if you hope to beat me." "Oh, you've got to be kidding me," Reno then went on to shout. "How was that mortal warrior able to recover so fast and do this?" With Cyphron chiming in, "Damn it all, he was caught slipping before he even had the chance to finish the Saiyan off for good in the first round, and so he'll be lucky enough to still walk away from an attack like that. Damn you, Voltrix, you fumbled our victory to the 7th, as Voltrix then went on to shout, But how could he have been hiding this much power? What are you?" To which, as a giant explosion was now shown taking place, was when Reno went on to chime back in, "That worm better not have died and still be able to continue, because I refuse to have this be what decides the early rounds of our battle that will go in Universe 7's favor. No way. There's just no way that Voltrix couldn't have seen this coming by him, and so now
Nigga, you didn't see it coming.
There we are," Gohan then went on to say to himself. "That had to have done the trick. And so now either one of two things are bound to happen right now as I wait, and that's either he's down and out and finished for good, or he was somehow able to reverse my attack and come out of this even stronger." To which, from out of nowhere, as Voltrix's body was now shown crashing on down, it had only now become fairly evident enough that Gohan was in fact the victor, as Goku then went on to shout, "Hey, wait, look down there! Universe 13's Voltrix is down, and it looks like he's going to be down for good. Oh, Gohan's done it, you guys!" With Whis responding, "Oh my, and it looks like he indeed has. Very good. And there you have it, for it is now official, Whis continues. Son Gohan from the 7th universe has hereby defeated Voltrix from the 13th universe via knockout, with Beerus chiming in, yes, that's my Saiyan for ya. A job well done and an entertaining battle to top it all off. Well done, Gohan. And as instructed, courtesy of the rules that have been set in place, Angel Pinota adds, Son Gohan from the 7th universe will hereby advance into the semi-final round in this Universal Exhibition event. The event continues with an angered Reno chiming in, are you kidding me? And how are we supposed to know for sure that if Beerus' team had cheated their way to victory? I'll go and take care of this myself then, Saffron adds, so you can rest assured that he won't be winning against me, Lord Reno, and that's a guarantee, and so I'll handle this, with an irritated Reno responding, and you better if you know what's good for you, mortal. Failure is not an option, and so if you lose to either one of these two, then your fate with me here in the 13th has already been sealed. Now go. To which seconds later, with Saffron being shot to touchdown onto the stage, was when Saffron then went on to add, you took the kid for granted, Voltrix, and now you've managed to anger Lord Reno, who you must now go and answer to. And so whatever your fate turns out to be was one that you have brought down onto yourself, Voltrix. Now leave this to me. To which, as Voltrix was now shown being teleported next to Reno, was when Reno then went on to chime in, you've embarrassed my title as God of Destruction out there, mortal, and I do not take kindly to those who misplaced my trust, creature. To which, back down below, moments before Saffron was then shown having to engage with Gohan, was when Saffron then went on to respond, and here I thought that I would never live to see another day where I'd find myself looking into the eyes of a Saiyan warrior in battle. But yet there you are, a Saiyan warrior from another bygone universe as my upcoming opponent. Well, I'll just leave you with only one warning before we begin, and that's if you assume even for a moment that you will be getting past
shut your bitch ass up, nigga. It's Gohan,
final opponent, then I'm sorry to have to break it to you, but you
Gohan losing to no Namekian nigga. That nigga fight Piccolo
only right then and there now,
down there every day.
Moments where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of the resurrected fallen gods of destruction, the Universe 13 saga manga chapter number 6 special then comes to a close. Now
that motherfucking Gohan, you know what I'm saying? Talk to him. Gohan was holding back. Gohan was just holding back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He about to fuck up the little Namekian Saffron. I don't know what the fuck. Voltrix who? You know what I'm saying? He might beat up Reno. You know what I'm saying? He might beat up Reno. But at the end of the day, shout out to Unreal Gaming for this fire ass story, man. I like it. If you like my reaction, sure like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.